the hustle. So in Liberia, we have a lot of farmers, and you find it in some area there are some people who make farm anywhere they see, and not just anywhere they see, but when they see a conducive soil, they always make farm to keep the name of farming moving. So before us here is an energetic young man who found it. Oh, there's a snake. I believe curing a snake. Yeah, he killed snake. Wow, he killed a snake. So he make a backyard garden. He is the one. the co- So good afternoon. Good afternoon, brother.
Yeah,
Yeah,
afternoon, brother.
yeah. What will be your name?
My name is Moses Joe.
Moses Joe.
Yeah,
I can see you working,
yeah.
and can you explain what you are doing here?
Oh, yeah. I'm making my little buyer garden for I my family because we have a land, but there's no planning, and we live to the same area and we're going to be sitting, the land is spoiling, so we're trying to make our little cassava farm. This is where we are now.
So
Yeah.
how long the cassava can take before growing?
Cassava takes some time because they have different type of cassava.
Okay,
Yeah,
can you?
some last for a year, then we have some cassava maybe some 8 months, some more. Be on it. But in the meantime, you can still be using the leaf to be eating in the meantime.
Oh, cassava leaf.
Yeah, the cassava leaf.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can be eating the leaf while the cassava still growing to be on it because before you get on it, maybe you talk about it. Some of them go for years. Yeah.
So what all the what all people can do with cassava?
Oh, yeah, you cassava do many things.
What are some of the things that
You
people can
use
use?
cassava, you face gari, you face fufu, you can even make it dry and beat it as deeper. Yes. Cassava do so many things. Yeah, you can face fufu from out of cassava, you face gari, yeah. And either dry the cassava and beat it, say it's a food that people eat.
Okay, so the farm belong to you. I can say this is a farm, right?
Yeah, yeah, I'm a big farm there. Yeah.
Yeah, toward your farms. Oh, I seen corn.
Oh, yeah. There's some corn inside with some okra there. Yeah,
Oh, you plant okra.
yeah, there's the okra. There's my little okra farm. Then when I just plant it in the cassava, because anytime maybe sometimes you have the cassava, maybe you're looking for soup. You're not looking for soup, another place again, then fish on and also add it up with the soup. The corn part is there for all to be eating in the meantime. What they want to stay green, but the corn part is just few more. Yeah, that's the corn there.
Okay, so that, oh wow, that's good. So we bought a Moria you live in.
Live, I in Johnsonville.
Oh, Johnsonville.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So which other house you live in?
So I live right the Marvin Jacob area. The house I live at, this is my house.
Oh, that's your house.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the house you live in,
Yeah.
and you making your
I'm
live by
making my
your
live
garden.
by a galley in the sea.
Okay, so wow.
I ate some place on pumpkin, but you know the rain. I'm not getting the pumpkin not growing so good, so I shouldn't buy because the rain too much. So the rain not good for pumpkin, so they get the pumpkin to be dying now for now.
Also that means if you plant pumpkin
Yeah.
and when the rain fall
The rain
heavily,
continue to fall. No, if it just fall heavy one time and sun continue to shine, it will go. But rain continue falling. As you can see now, rain still falling. Not good for the pumpkin. Yeah, you can hammer it.
so pumpkin not let too much
Yeah,
rain, too much
rain.
sun.
Yeah, if rain fall, sunshine, rain fall. So now maybe the dry season that will grow that good because it less sun. It loves sun.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So that the pumpkin, yeah.
Yeah, like pumpkin now it dying. The pumpkin grow fresh, but because it rain now it dying. So it making me to feel bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what message do you have? That's not where so you can explain more. What message do you have to more especially people who live in or who land like in the interior who not making farm, who may not making use of the land the farming land that in the interior, and now you in the city you making farm You can see your cassava growing fresh at it. Which message do we have to those that in the interior?
Yeah, I'm only trying to tell people that in the interior to the rural south that making farm is good because if you make farm, maybe you're not so about anything about if even say on a farm, maybe I in the city I'm trying to make farm to produce this one. How about you like in the bush yeah, where you can get the rest to buy to eat? Then you say maybe you're not then where you live on so to make farm so now it's good. When you get the land, most of this side the land not too much here. Yeah, so if you get a little free area, you can plant one or two things there for yourself. Then how about you like get a big farm like government and you say you want to make farm. So I will encourage you to not to make to be to be making a farm to do it for themselves. Yeah,
So sometimes,
yeah,
sometimes if you dig a cassava,
yeah.
you can get good money from that.
Oh yeah, because sometimes some people can come from out of town, maybe they're coming for the leaf to buy. Yeah, sometimes I sell the leaf. Yeah. If I sell the leaf now to them, I don't break the only thing not break the cassava neck. But
Okay.
you can pick it from only the cassava continue to grow because it may only clear. Yeah. You do that one, then maybe the cassava you sell it. Then other people do want to plant cassava. Yeah, but they having a stake. So now again, if you take it, maybe other people come to you, maybe you get them some stake and you also plant it.
So
Yeah.
you how many making fun here? You have plenty?
But for now, who that community ever so that yeah, few people making farm here adding to me.
So you know one or two person that making fun?
Yeah, I got my brother who also has his own farm at the backyard over there.
Okay, so we'll get to our brother who also making fun around here. So thank you very much. You say why is your name again?
My name is Moses Joe.
Moses Joe. It's a pleasure speaking with you. Yeah. So you have your children and you also have children that can help you to clean the backyard garden.
Oh yeah, I have the children. We all live together. Maybe sometimes if I come in, they always be with me to be helping. I think you can see them working. Yeah, the
Oh,
little
okay.
children there.
So let me get to the children also.
Yeah.
Let me get to them.
I think you can see them working. Everybody busy.
So
We all
folks,
want
today also we have broadcast here on 45 City TV. We are live here in Johnsonville. Uh, Moses Joe, as he called himself, he's a very young. Yes, so these are the ones that are helping to clean the farm. Hello, that's great. So you have your uncle or your dad. Is that your uncle or your father?
My uncle.
Your uncle, right?
Yes.
So why may you to be helping your uncle to clean up the farm?
Because sometimes there are in rainy season that day because some people not get food to eat. So they wanna we having it for other get it to
Okay.
eat.
Okay. So that means sometimes you can can't dig a cassava, you go roast it, you get cookie and other things, right?
Yes.
That's great. So keep on the good work.
I
You
thank
say what's the name?
my money.
Renisho.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So why you not name?
And Lila.
Lila? Oh but you people look at twins. Look at Lila and they you wanna get with some more. Why your name?
And this
Lisel? Oh, Lisel. Okay, thank you very much. So you keep helping your uncle, yeah?
Okay.
So we will get to one of the brother also who always make fun, consider as backyard garden. So let's get to him. Keep following, keep commenting. This is 45 City TV. We are live here in Johnsonville. It's so unique. See how it's so fresh. Wow. Have large land in the interior. You can make fun. See him right here in the city making that kind of fun. See how beautiful those crops are growing. Wow, that's good. Wow, very big area. When a particular cassava grow to the extent, you will get good money. As you can see, this owned by Moses Joe. So let's get to one of his neighbor who also believes in making farm. That's his. The farm extend here. So we get into the other brother. So keep following for the Facility TV. We are live here in Johnsonville, Monrovia, Liberia, to be precise. Okay, another farm here. Wow, the little brother had a bigger farm. So let's get to him. Wow. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, welcome to For the Facility TV.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, I was speaking with one of Moses Joe. He said you guys work together to make things happen, and according to him, you also make fun.
Yes.
So you pointed this out. Is the farm belongs to you?
Yes.
Wow.
We have a big land. The land belongs to Kuku Dobo, the former representative.
Oh,
So I taking care about the farm. And at least, I found it in the interior. Of course, I go to school, but now I not get job. So I just used to agriculture. That's why I made a farm. I made a lot. I made there's 10 acres of cassava farm right here. I think we'll part in all the area.
wow.
I need support. I need more. I want plant more.
You want plant more
Yeah,
cassava?
I want plant more cassava.
But why if someone in the interior wants you to go and join them in the interior to make a bigger farm than this? Will you follow them?
Yes, the reason of the interior farming cassava, you can't have people to buy. Yeah, and you can even, it can spoil. But in the city here, you have big land. When you be plant the cassava, you can get people to buy. Even the cassava leaf, people can buy it. They can come for the cassava leaf every now and then. That's why I want make the garden big, and the garden too big. Now that one is one, two, three, I think four, sir. One
Wow.
cassava garden.
Yeah.
You see
So
the
so 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 viewer, just look straight ahead of you.
yes.
That entire area.
That entire
Just
area
imagine
to go all the way.
over 2 lots.
Yeah, yeah. Three lakh.
3 lots, right?
Yeah, on that side.
Okay.
On the side na 2 lakh.
Okay, on the side is 2 lots.
Yeah, on that side we na 4 lakh on that side.
Okay, 4 lots on that side.
Yeah.
So uh, let's just say 5 or 6 lots in total. So you plant cassava on everything.
Yes. Just see it.
Yeah.
Your witness will say it. Just
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah, so I can see it, and other people who viewing the live broadcast seeing it. So now let's look at the negative and the positive side.
Yes.
What if tomorrow and then the owner of the land comes and say, look, I don't want farm here again. Come and build horses. Where will you begin again?
He not ready. He know the
No,
time.
no.
Yeah.
What
Wow,
I'm saying,
begin
let's
again.
look at the negative and the positive side.
Yes.
Today, you're
Yeah.
making a farm.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, the owner of the land will come and say, look, I want to build estate here.
Yes.
Where will you begin?
I will buy some of the same area because we have many areas here where people
But
are not being working.
Moreover is growing gradually by projects people are building.
But more, when I have support, I
Yeah.
can go in the bush. But I
Okay.
don't have no support. That's why.
So now your request now is support.
Yes.
You need equipment.
Yeah. When I have equipment, now I can next
So
this year. I can
so
go in.
agriculture minister or assistant minister
Mm.
who may likely get your view and then say, look, that guy is hardworking. We want to call upon him to work along with us. Will you be willing to do so?
Of course, I will.
Okay. So beside the farming, what all you do for living?
What I do for living, I doing construction, but not work now. So I just concentrate on my agriculture.
Okay. So that tour around small with your backyard garden.
Okay.
But this one, I consider it one as backyard garden. I consider it as real farm. So folks, if you are up there, this is for the Facility TV. We are live here in Johnsonville, and we get some strong people here in the city. while other people in the interior they are not making use of the great land that they have. See, if I were to stand over something, you are seeing the larger portion of the cassava farm. So let's tour you around, and this is another one. Yeah. So this is three lot, right? Three lot, and these are areas that are owned by
Area by owned by Kukudobo.
Kukudobo.
Yes, come around.
So folks, thank you very much. And as we about to get to another show on for the Cassava TV, we will still tour you around. So let's stop here a little bit. So we'll stop here, and the two brothers here will come together. Oh, there's a guinea fowl, bush chicken. It just flew.
Hey, Jago, you have one better thing that
So
can
they gotta have the dog that can catch squirrel and groundhog. Yeah, you,
Oh yeah.
oh groundhog. Yeah. So those guys, yeah, they are good. But other people who when they see the life, they will like to say, "Oh, my man, you guys good to go back in the interior." So they come here. Let's stand before and close off the live broadcast as we get. I will push another. Uh, yeah. So before us are two gentlemen who making sure that no salt go out of their house, no soap go out of the house. They make sure that selling the cassava leaves, selling the cassava sticks, selling the cassava itself, they will be able to help their wives and themselves. So what your father saying here?
My father says the only thing I want for the government to help, we need support. We want play more because the land are not for now. Now 5 years, the woman say not ready. So we'll be working here. The land is more than 20 acres.
20 acres.
Yes. So that's why we need support from the government. That's the only thing.
So why is
Yeah, about me, I just want to try to talk the neighboring people that are around me, but we ought to put our hands together to do farming. And even those that own the farm, meaning those that own the farm, you can't take the time, maybe so now you're on the farm, you're on the land, and the land is going further. Without you doing nothing, you sit by it, maybe you're getting bushy, doing nothing, plant something, let something come out, then you benefit from it.
that's great? That's a powerful word. Plan something, yeah.
And it authorized me see the land will not lay down like that. He gave me order, he said I'm a plant cassava. She says she led agriculture.
That's great.
Kukudobo.
So folks, still if you are in there, this is how we come to the end of daily hustle. Thank you very much. You can close up, and all our followers, we say thank you for commenting, thank you for sharing, and thank you for liking our page. This is for the Fast City TV as we continue. So, and next week, or let's say Thursday, come to
Roundtable. Hello and welcome again to Fortify City TV Roundtable. We are here with a continuation of our discussion on the articles that that some believe must be reformed in order for the nation of Liberia to thrive. And so we want to say welcome to our viewers out there. Wherever you are, we say welcome. And thanks for joining us. Please help share the broadcast. And also, we are live on Ablige Radio, Liberty Radio, and the Voice of Plebo. So please join us at the appropriate time. 15 minutes to the time. We will be, because this program is an hour's program, and so 15 minutes before we sign up, we're going to be opening our lines for questions. And hopefully you can make your contributions or you can call in. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. And I want to say welcome to Majestu. Welcome.
How you doing, Pat? Thank you.
I should put honorable to the name, so I had to check a break on our honorable. So today it's good to have you back here. How are you today?
I'm good. On yourself?
Wonderful. Yeah, so we are here again. Today we will be discussing, we're just looking at different provisions of the Constitution, Article 54, 55, 56, talking about the power, the power that is invested in the president to make all kinds of appointments if there's a need, that these provisions be revised. So we'll be looking at them. And our people in Radio Land, we want to say thank you for joining us, Ablige and Liberty for now. Thank you for joining us. But before we continue, I was just looking at this song because this is all about Liberia. And so I want to play this song. Just so that I want to bring somebody else on before we go. Okay, that's yeah, okay. That's our radio Voice of Plebo. Yeah, so let's play this song. We just people are preparing for independence, Liberia independence. Can you please mute? Let me do that. All the yes, okay. So let's play this peace song. Whatever it is that you are doing, whatever you do in Liberia, whether you are in place of authority, or whether you are just ordinary citizen minding your business, whatever it is, or you are a stranger in the land, or you're a business person, you went there to invest. The song says, put Liberia first. So it's a peace song. And we're dedicating this song to all the people of Liberia as we are about to celebrate another independence. Please put Liberia first.
It's narrow, thick and strong and fat, but it can still eat fish and cookies together. You from the other side, I'm on this side, we can stay dance together. Let's come together, betting the peace. Liberia is all we are. Ay babu popole, la gua mon diemo. Ay babu popole, la gua mon diemo. The time we take to cause trouble, we should take that time to do something constructive in unity. Mama la Biblia need us. Mama la Biblia need us. Let's stop the two maggots. It can benefit us when we pray for each other. We will succeed when we come together as one. We will succeed when you get on your knees to pray. Put la Biblia there. When you get on your knees to pray, put la Biblia first. Ataten in a qua. Abba Mao Yanombo. By la Biblia. Let's stop undermining one another. Put our interests last. Put la Biblia first. Let's come together. Let's in the peace. La Biblia is all we have. We don't want to palava. We don't want to halala. We don't want to palava. We don't want to confusion. Let's come together. Let's in the peace. La Biblia is all we have. Teeth and tongue can fight, but they can still eat fish and cookies together. You from the other side, I from this side, we can still dance together.
We are a 5-star hotel.
Let's come together. Let's in the peace. La Biblia is all we have. Yeah. That love we have for each other. It's time for us to show it. Put aside the tribalism. Put aside the criticism. Yeah. Let us work together and move the country forward. When mama and papa not happy, the teachers can be empty. When mama and papa ain't here, the children can be happy. Now what we want, now what we need, now why I pray for, now why we pray for. Let's come together. Let's in the peace. La Biblia is all we have. Let's come together. Let's in the peace. La Biblia is all we have. Live music. The elephant.
They stole it.
I am not a thief.
Fine. I'm gonna
Hello.
Gentlemen,
Let's come together. Hallelujah. That was the peace song. So if you have any gadget in the background, can you turn it off while we are live? I want to say welcome again to our viewers out there today. We don't have our lawyers here today, but nevertheless, we are going to be discussing and we are going to be hoping that our callers can also call in and make their contribution to this program. So we want to say thank you again. Majestic, Mr. Wolokoli?
Yes, ma'am.
I want you're going to be giving us your closing, your opening, Sarah, your opening comment as we dive into this constitutional discussion. And welcome again.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be back. I haven't been back on the last two shows because I had just came back to Liberia. So I had to settle in a little bit to do some stuff. Glad to be back at the round table and part of this discussion. Well, I see that we don't have some of our lawyers
That's
on the show.
okay. That's fine. We are giving our opinions on the different articles, and so
I,
go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
uh, yeah, so yes, I think this is for me, my stance on us having this discussion. I think that the discussion is needed, is warranted. But for me, the stance I take on this is to change our republic from a unitary republic to a federal republic. I think that's when we'll be able to achieve most of all of what we are trying to do when it comes to this. I think when I hear people talk about decentralization in Liberia, I think it's a farce, because everything that they are trying to decentralize is still with the approval of the final say is still with the president. So I think decentralization, where each county becomes a state, they have their own governing body. The superintendent now is turned into a governor, and the mayors and stuff are elected. We make the role of the parliament chief and the clan chief a ceremonious position, kind of like they have in Great Britain and other monarchy form of government. So we don't lose our tradition. But other than that, my opinion, anything other than that would be a waste of time.
Thank you. We've been here talking about reform, and you have also made mention of change of government, the kind of government. You no longer enjoy, the democratic form of government.
No, correction.
Oh, yeah.
Military form of government. We do have a demo. I didn't say I'm not calling for a non-democratic form of government. I said a form of government. I said instead of a unitary, we should have a federal form of government.
Okay. Correct. Federal form. That's what you want. So what did you see, or what have you seen that that brought you to the conclusion that we should have the federal form of government? What have you seen? We're not only looking at things that are happening right now, but let's look at the bigger picture, maybe from the onset, from 1847. What have you seen? Based on history.
This July 26th will make Liberia 177 years old. We have been practicing a unitary form of government, since 1847, and we all can sit here and look at the conversation we are having right now. And then when you look at what happened in 1986 in the Constitution that was written by the PRC, the junta government, and the progressive of Liberia, the likes of the progressive at the time that helped craft this document, which they were working on the butt of the gun. We have not flourished as a nation, as the country that we are supposed to be. I think the unitary form of government has made us stagnate on the African continent, because we have not lived to the our full potential. And I think that from some of the readings and thoughts I have seen of the late President Willem Aratoba, I think that's the direction he would have taken us if it was not for that fateful day of April 12, 1980. So, and when you look at everything that has happened over the years, we come to the Civil War, because I think the unitary form of government is the one that has made us to be tribalistic in our country, that we look at people based on on the tribe or what region they come from. So we are having problems with decentralization or uniting because the power to be is placed in one sector or one family or one set or of the elitisms.
Thank you. We'll come back to you. We'll come back to you because we're just seeing Mr. Jones on. We want to say welcome, Mr. Jones.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Good to be here.
We're asking the question because we are talking about reform in different shape, different form. And what's the need? Why the need? Why is it important for urgent, constitutional reform at this time? We are looking at, the country since 1847. What have we seen, that demands a reform?
Okay, well, first of all, I just want to say hi to everybody, all my Basa people, Mwene, Pene, and
Look,
I'm a Basa man. I'm a Basa man.
Yeah,
So,
so the
I gotta
second
greet my people.
I want to say it. You say
You
Mwende.
say hello. You say hello. How are you?
How do you say it?
Mwene, Pene.
We ask.
I still gotta work on my Basa accent, but at least I know the basics.
Okay, thank you. I'll need you to make that correction later on. But you go ahead.
All right. So it's very. I don't think I need much introduction. I think I've been on the show a few times. And first of all, the importance of the show is because the government is not doing these kinds of things to change the government so that it works for the people. So a lot of people are suffering in the country, even though the government officials them doing well, they're getting paid, they got jobs. Most of the people in the counties don't have anything. They don't have any food. The children ain't got money for school, healthcare, all that stuff. So that's not the purpose of government. The purpose of government, they didn't say that everybody will be rich or everybody will have good jobs. But the purpose of government is that most of the people in the country should have their basic, meaning you should have a house, you should have when you're sick, you should be able to go to the doctor and afford it. You should be able to get some kind of small assistance or income from the government if you're not working. That's the purpose of government. The purpose of government, now that they elect somebody and then they elect another person, elect another person. Now, so in Liberia, unfortunately, that's not the case. So almost 80% of the people, so 8 out of 10 people in Liberia ain't got jobs. 8 out of 10 people in Liberia, when they're sick, they ain't got nowhere to go. They got to call their family member, their friends, pay for money to go to the hospital to just get, paracetamol or to just get something for typhoid or for malaria. 8 out of 10 people in Liberia don't have any good shelter, like a house where they can build and live for their children and their grandchildren. So that's why we're looking into it and say, okay, what's the cost? Why other country, right in Africa, some country, the government can take care of the people good. The government can make sure if you're working, even at $50 a month, the government can give it to you. When your child's sick, the government they have public hospital in all the districts. Not just in American country or Western country, in African country, they can do that in some African country. But our own country, they can do it. So we sat here to say, okay, where we want the problem? How we set up our own government where nobody can benefit, only the government people can benefit, the people there, what we call it there, they're doing fine, they're driving car, they can get job, but Yaga Wolo and other people, he got nothing.
So you're talking about Wolokoli that is on this platform or different Wolokoli?
They want on the platform, yeah, that be shot, that be man. But yeah. So we want everybody to be like Wolokoli. We want everybody to get small income, when they can do the thing they love to do, they can work. Wolokoli live in good house, you're able to get good education, That's why that's not a bad thing, but you want to see opportunity for everybody in the country and everybody too who don't, their parents ain't got money to send them to school or send them to America. At least let it be able to go to the university. And I'm speaking real Liberian English today, my
Yeah,
people.
I got you, which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
that's what the Constitution is supposed to do for us, but our Constitution not doing it. So
so
we
that's
want
what
change it so it work for the people.
thank you. Wonderful. Okay, we're going to come back to you, but we just saw Mr. We saw Solomon on, but we're going to come back to Solomon. I'm giving Majestu like a minute to respond to you before we move to the next person. Maybe he got something to say. Mr. Wolokoli?
Mr. Jones, I do not beg the difference for you. I think yes. I think that the opportunity that the United States of America gave me for me to be retired at the age of 40 is a good thing. That I'm able to live in Liberia and still have the opportunity to work and do stuff that I like to do. I think that opportunity was what I when I put myself for to run for president in the last election. Unfortunately, due to several things, I withdrew from the race. So the policy in which I espoused during my campaign is the same policy that I still stand by today. Let's just take, for example, right now that all the employees of the EPS, all the EPS agents, right now they do not have, for the past 6 years, they have not been contributing to the Social Security fund when it's time for them to retire. Most of them would be shortchanged due to that. And I will go back to say that I spoke to somebody from the somebody myself had a conversation from that entity, and I told them, I said that the agency should not be the one in charge of making sure that happens. NASCOP, Social Security should be the one making sure that it happens. Implementation, enforcing the standards, the laws, and the standard is what needed. But we cannot do that with this form of government that we have.
Okay.
Let's take, for example, let me make this one point. Let's take, for example, the so-called yellow machine that came in the country. The president of Liberia or the chief of staff or whatever should have no control or anything to do with equipment like that coming into the country. That's something the mayor of a city should be talking about, not something where a president should be talking about. So for us to decentralize and make stuff better, we need to have Liberia be a federal state instead of a unitary state that we are right now.
Thank you. Thank you. We want to welcome Solomon, and we'll also give him the opportunity to respond to that question. Why the need? Why is it important, or why is it urgent for constitutional reform at this time? What have you seen since 1847? Liberia, they being an independent nation, and we see that a lot of poverty all over the place. Why at this time? What is happening? What should be done? Solomon, you are welcome. Your opening remarks, and also make your comment on that question.
Okay. Are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Again, thanks for having me. My name is Kwame Solomon Frank Kwame. Today is a wonderful conversation as usual. First of all, I would like to say that our constitution needs to be reformed. There are a lot of provisions in our constitution that actually I think is not in the interest of the ordinary people. It's about time we continue to resonate our messages out there so that the people themselves can rally around and petition their lawmakers and come up with a proposal as we discussed issues relating to amendment of our constitution. What I think there is a need that most provisions need to be amended is because the chief executive of our country, the president, has absolute power. Because of that power, the president goes about to do some things that he feels that he is immune. He feels that he has control over the judiciary system. All right. And I know in subsequent time we'll discuss Article 54 and Article 56 to highlight why we think that that provision need to be amended. Because from 1847 to today, we are 177 years now, so to speak. There are lots of impediments and breaches that our president, the head of state, has been committing. Because of our constitution, we cannot hold him or her liable. So I think it is about time. One of the panelists are talking about the yellow machine issue. That's the abuse of power. We saw what happened with the CCC bogus agreement on Manasseh leave. And then she came out and said she will take the blame. We saw what happened under President George Weah. We saw what happened under President Charles Taylor and William Howard Tubman, Samuel Kayando. So I think there are a lot in the Constitution that need to be amended. And let me learn on this. My learned brother talking about federal. You always talking about we need to raise a unitary state. That's a good idea, but we let us deal with the low-hanging fruits. Liberia as a country don't even have the economical status. Look at Riverside County, far beyond River G, far beyond those countries that are practicing federal or system of governance. They have states that have their own economy that are able to bring up ideas to central government, and then things move on the way we think about. First of all, let's deal with the low-hanging fruits. First, let's deal with those provisions within the Constitution that need to be amended that will limit the power of the president.
Thank you, Kwame. We see we can put the articles on screen right now, but these articles you can look at it on your phone, and then if possible, you can read. We can read one or two of them. Article 54, Article 55, Article 56 talks about the president appointing all kinds of people. I mean, almost everybody. So, what do you think about this kind of power? He's appointing. Let me just read one of the provisions here. Article 54. The president shall nominate and with the consent of the Senate appoint and commission cabinet ministers, deputy and assistant cabinet ministers, ambassadors, ministers, consul, and the chief justice, associate justice of the Supreme Court, and judges of subordinate courts, superintendents, other county officials and officials of other political subdivisions, members of the military from the rank of lieutenant and its equivalent and above, and the marshal, deputy marshal, and sheriff. Article 55. The president shall appoint a commission, notary public, justice of the peace, who shall hold office for a term of 2 years, but may be removed by the president for cause. They shall be eligible for appointment. Article 56. All cabinet ministers, deputy and assistant cabinet ministers, ambassadors, ministers and council superintendents of counties and other government officials, both military and civilian, appointed by the president pursuant to this constitution, shall hold their office at the pleasure of the president. Where is the check and balance in government if the president is doing all this? You want to respond? One star from Manchester. Mr. Wolokoli. Sorry, can you unmute? Yeah, we unmute you. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
All right. I will say this again till I'm a broken record. The president, in order for us to change, what is needed to change? They did the local governing acts that was recently done, I think in 2018 under the Weir administration. That was a joke. All it did was expanded the president power. So we can continue to talk about put a band-aid on this, but it's not going to change. The only way we are going to change to make sure that we limit the thing of the president is to decentralize our government by making us a federal state. I know one of the panelists said that about River says not having people, or we don't have people and stuff. I think that's an excuse that we are making. I think that if we build it, so I think it's from the Bible. Pastor, correct me if I'm wrong. If you build it, they shall come. It's a phrase, right? So I believe that if we as a nation build the roads, bring private businesses into the counties and places where people will move into the counties, so it can flourish. So
thank you.
Let's not make the excuses that is not. So decentralization, a republic state, a federal state is what is needed instead of the unitary state, because all we're doing is everything we do, we still expand and make the president have more control.
Thank you, Mr. Wolokoli. Mr. Jones, you want to respond to that? The sweeping, all the provisions. Yeah.
So, where Mr. Wolokoli is saying that the federal form of government will solve our problems. Okay, that all the problems in Liberia is because people in the counties or we don't have states and they don't have control over their destiny. Okay, I can agree with it, and I can also disagree with it. Okay, because there are federal states in Africa that are just as corrupt and just as, the people suffering the same way, even though they have great wealth. So I think the issue, yes, people need to be able to govern themselves. And there are countries with unitary states system that they are very good. Mauritius, Seychelles, Botswana, Rwanda, they are unitary countries, but they have more effective government than HDI higher. So what he's saying, yes, to some extent it can help, but it all goes back to the constitution. I don't think the system is the problem. I mean, what form of government you use. But what's more important is whatever form of government you use, your constitution should be able to hold people accountable, and there should be provisions there where the same people that are making the law, what you call the lawmakers, the president, they shouldn't be above the people. I think that's the issue.
Mr. Jones, let's go back to the provisions that were read that gave the president all that sweeping power. You talk about Article 54, Article 56, 55. I mean, he's appointing everybody, but yet and still, we're supposed to have check and balance in government. What do you think about those articles?
Well, as you can recall, that was one of my central points in my campaign, that the president has too much power and that it would take a president in Liberia that would take away those powers. So I fundamentally think that is wrong. Whether it's a federal system, whether it's a monarchy, whether it's a Chinese republic, if someone has the power to appoint the judges, they're not going to appoint somebody who's going to hold them accountable. If you have the power to appoint city mayors, then the president is only going to build up places where he thinks that he's popular. As you can see in Liberia, most times the president from one county, then you see a lot of development. You see a lot of people from that county working in the government. Like in the case of Samuel Doe, we saw a lot of people from the southeastern in the government holding top position. The president appointed to all those different places, so they made money. We see now with the Boyka administration, most of the people coming from Lofa County. So I don't agree with the fact that the president, the only thing the president should have authority over, like I said, is the army, right? To be the commander in chief of the army, and the president should handle things like national development, and the national economy, stuff like that, foreign relations. But as far as county, districts, you know, let the people elect their own people and let the people manage their own budget. So that's to some degree that is federalism. Is that the country is not centralized. So I agree with you on that point that you need autonomy, what they call state autonomy, local autonomy, not just for political, not just say, oh, um, the president appointing the city mayor or the people electing their own city mayor, but what the city mayor has control over. Can the city mayor pass and the city council pass laws to raise taxes to determine what they do in that particular part of the country? They should have those powers. Studies have shown all the countries who have autonomous states and regions and stuff do better than countries that are centralized. Can you guys hear me?
You are muted.
Pastor, you are
Pastor
mute.
Okay,
Patient.
well, you guys,
Yes,
can you guys hear me?
we can hear you, Mr. Jones. Thank you. Solomon, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. I said this and I will say it again, that it is not the system that we have is the problem. It is our constitution, our provisions within the constitution after 38 years since 1986 that need to be amended, that need to be discussed for the betterment of the people. Now, let us come to the sub-region. For me, I like to be very pragmatic. Look at Gambia. You giving the president, our constitution gave the president that leverage to appoint approximately about 5,000 to work within his government. That is too much. Sierra Leone is a unitary state. They share border with Liberia. I agree they appoint the Supreme Court judge, the president appoints the Supreme Court judge and the associate justices. But when it comes to the subordinate courts, they have a council called the JSC that carry on the appointment. But that is different with Liberia. You're giving the president too much headache. I mean, to continue appointing all down to justice of the peace. No, we need to work on that. What's about Gambia? Gambia, the president appoints the Supreme Court judge and the associate justices. But when it comes to the subordinate courts, they have a council that does that, right? Cape Verde is another fine country that is what progressing. Cape Verde, when it comes to their judiciary system, the president will only appoint one person, and the other is done by the National Assembly. And we also have some legal counsel that we appoint, that we nominate and send to the National Assembly, and the National Assembly do vetting. With that, I think Liberia, the power of the president in Liberia will be limited. Look, I think I heard Justice Janet saying the other day, and that is true. If you have a power grip president, you'll become a dictator in Liberia. So we thank God that we are preaching this message. We hope this message continues to resonate in every nook and cranny of our country so that we can have some amendment within the Constitution. Somebody will argue, say, oh, during the 1986, we have a military-oriented government, so the people were maybe afraid, the Freemans were crafting those laws by mandate of the government. Well, it could be true. But again, after 38 years, man, we need to move on so that at least our country, we can have checks and balance. Time will fail me if I begin to elucidate on numerous occasions where our president imposed war Liberia have been abusing the law, abusing power. There were cases that went to the court, and the court coincided with the executive. And today, so I think our chief executive has too much of power. We are giving too much of headache to do all these appointments for the issue of the subordinate courts, for the issue of the JPC. The justice of the peace, it needs to be set up by our judiciary council and our legislature so that we can have checks and balance a separation of power. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Cannibal, we want to welcome you to the mic, and we are discussing the Article 54, 55, 56 that gave the president sweeping power to appoint as many, as he can. And we also want to say out there to our viewers, if you are ready and set, let your call start coming in. We are about to open the line so you can make your contribution. So the numbers are, let me put the numbers on screen. And those are you at the different stations. You can tell your people the numbers to call. Voice of People, 93.5 FM, 0776 69 7767. Abli J 088 1166731 0775 734 774. Liberty 0770777572 0888669430. And you can call WhatsApp plus 952-201-9287. Mr. Cannibal, you are welcome. Mr. Cannibal you are welcome. And we are discussing.
Thank you, patient.
Yeah. We are talking about
patient.
Why is it necessary for constitutional reform?
We need a lot of constitutional reform in the country, but the thing there is ready for constitutional reform. The key there is a lot of things when there is that's what's going on in Liberia. The court system is completely ruined, and we need a complete judiciary overhaul to try to fix that country. And I think I was starting the last time, and I told you before, patient, one of the things that got to me very much when it came to judiciary travesty in Liberia was the impeachment and removal of Kabila Jane from the Supreme Court of Liberia. And I just came back from Liberia. I was on ELBC, and I think I sent you part of my interview at ELBC. Yeah. But in order for Liberia to get better, I think we got to go back to the Constitution and try to put these things on the referendum to take place during the next election coming up. So that's my take on it for now. And I just coming on, so I would like to listen into most of the other panelists so that we can have a better discussion.
Mr. Cannibal, just before you came, we read Article 54, 55, and 56. And this article talks about the power the president has to appoint as many people as possible. And you can go back there after the show. Ministers, assistant minister, clerk, judges, just anyone, you can just name it, as many as you can. Superintendent, of course, including all those.
Yes.
Officials.
And patient, I disagree with the place where the president had to appoint the superintendent for the various county, because the sweeping power that the president has to appoint the superintendent, which you will consider governor here in the United States, is a bad thing for the country, because the superintendent work at the pleasure of the president. He don't have to do anything. He can sit there and not do anything, and if the president loves him or her, they can and the president, if the president wants 2 terms, that superintendent will be there and not do anything. The country not going nowhere. But if the superintendent is elected, the superintendent will know that if he or she doesn't perform, she or he will not go back there. Those are some of the areas that I have problem with the president appointment. Okay, but the key there is like we Liberian people, we're quick to give you position, but when we give you position, we don't check the power that you have in that position. That's why the president has been very powerful in Liberia over the years, from 1847 to now.
Okay, just hold your thoughts over there. Do we have any caller on the line? Ablige? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. This is Samuel Brown. You from Glenbargo County.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to say a very big thank you to you people for this topic. And briefly, I just want to say that the constitution, when you just read, the 64, is something that we need to amend. And the Article 1 needs to be involved. Because what happens is that the people don't understand that the Article 1 is the one that makes the government. And whenever they are elected, they go back to it. So, with the amendment, we agree, 100% have to agree. But the Article 1 is one of the articles that need to be empowered because it needs to be, the government is for the people. It needs to be going. The people need to be looked after. If they will not look after, it will be the other one, the power of the president. It will be, but Article 1 needs to be looked after and be empowered for the people to be strengthening.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. He is saying that I think Chuju, you made reference to Article 1, right?
Yes, exactly. Why the government was set up.
Yes.
There was a purpose of setting up the government, and Article 1 clearly state, even a state that the state should go above to make economic opportunity, create economic opportunity for all its citizens.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now,
Yeah.
again, let's go back. If you get 8 out of 10 people, they never see any economic opportunity from the government. They never got a loan from the government to start a farm. They never got a loan to build a house or tuition, then what's the point? Then there should be no, the whole purpose of the Constitution has been violated. So it needs to be rewritten where for us to ensure now that and the color is a brilliant point he emphasized, and a lot of people were looking, and that's why it's the first article. Now, so wherever constitution you're creating, you want to now ask the question, what do we put in this constitution that if a government comes in and they don't abide by Article 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then they automatically get removed. Because if you change all the other one and you elect all your superintendent and they fulfill Article 1, the people got to wait another 6 years, 9 years. They'll be dead before So you got to ensure that, okay, maybe have certain standard. We use one standard, HDI, which is a Human Development Index, right? That's what the whole world uses to determine how people are doing in the country. Because it captures education.
From Maryland here. Hello, someone is on the line.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Your name and where you come from?
I join you from Cleveland. This is Michael Rowe.
Okay, go ahead, manager.
Yeah. Let me thank the panelists and let me thank Spotify TV.
Mm-hmm.
Like what they are saying, there is a need for we Liberian people to come together and reduce what was written in the 1986 Constitution. So realistically, if you look at the Constitution was drafted and prepared to just give push leverages and no limitation to underprivileged people. For example, what they are saying, the president will appoint a city mayor. Somebody will just live immediately in a city, has no impact personally on his or her life, but because the president went in the street, they chanted battle cry for the party, or maybe they took radio or talk show, they talk a lot of things. So the president would then have their desire to because they to chant.
Wow. 07769 7767. I know he's still in conclusion. We got another caller on the line as well. Mr. Market, are you still there? Manager Market, are you still there? Okay, I think we'll go to the next line and take the next caller. Hello? Hello? Yeah? Your name and where you come from?
Good evening.
Mr. Thomas Collins, 001. Go ahead, Chief.
Thank you to the panelists and thank you for your presentation for letting the two panelists for this essential topic on discussion.
Mm-hmm.
For me, after this whole election, when the issue of nomination, recommendation, appointments were ongoing,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I started thinking that in the next year to come, everyone in Liberia will say, Jose. Can you imagine mayor who autonomous who wait for over 4 months to be recommended, be appointed at the will and pleasure of the president.
Mm-hmm.
They had an own autonomous power. Anything he want to do, he will think and ask questions up. I think the power is too much.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God to the panelists that get brought on board, and thank you too. And I think the other religions will be relaying there
Okay.
and go across. Even now, as we speak, it's a confusion among our caucus because the local appointment. I think you know.
Okay.
Who is there? You know, country is there because the other we appoint for district.
Okay.
Okay,
I
thank
think
you. Let's take another
has
call.
a body, so it's too much. So thank God to the panelists for bringing on board. We need to let's push it that our going to be amended.
Okay.
Because
Thank
it's
you.
already too much, or else everyone will be real. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Thomas Collins. Next person is on the line. Hello.
Yeah.
Your name and where you come from?
I'm
Okay. We're still waiting for Maryland. Ablige. Ablige. The caller still there? Ablige, are you there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm much I need some clarity because there's a information around my district where for long ago where there is someone to the president or recommendation to appoint the representative. Another person will come on behind and tell you. I really want to put out the president instead. That insurance.
Okay.
Select the person and
So do you support the constitutional reform that the constitution should be reviewed, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you support the constitution should be reviewed? Okay, we got next person on the line. Hello. Hello. Yeah, your name where you come from?
Yeah, I'm from
Go ahead, Chief. Make your point.
Yeah, I think the constitution will be looked at.
Okay. What's
Really,
Go ahead. What's your stand?
but really, the local government will be elected. Now, taking away our
Okay.
yeah, people elect that leaders. I think the local government will be elected. The city mayor, the city mayor, the city lieutenant, and the rest of the local government officials.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now the president appointing the local government.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, I'm told I've got a call from Gwembasso, so we'll look up to the people from Gwembasso. Okay, so it's over to you there. If you have a caller, we'll go our line a little bit, and look up to you people there. Is there any call from there?
Ablijek, your caller.
You have muted your line. I'm not hearing you. Okay, yeah.
Ablijek, there's a caller there.
Hello.
Yeah. Oh, we lost that person.
07766977767. Though we are wrapping up, but again, you can call quickly and make your input here on the show. This is the roundtable discussion, and for those of you who are following us here from Maryland County, you can also call and share your view here on the show and about the discussion. Let's see who can take on the line. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, your name, where you come from?
This is Akidi Mama.
Go ahead, brother. Make your point.
Well, let me say a special thanks to the brain behind such a wonderful discussion that will benefit our country. 100% in support of the revision of the Constitution. Because if you read those articles that are discussing, like every you know that the person has no order of the power in terms of appointing people. And once the person has all of the power, it means that everyone will work at the will and pleasure of the president. If the president is leading to a right or wrong direction, the entire country also leads to a wrong direction. So I think there's a need that the Constitution needs to be reviewed.
Okay.
Then the second point is the idea of support the imperial state, more than the United States. Because if you think proceed or kind of state that how to do a imperial state, it means that it gives the local places of the country the ability to control their own resources and preserve their land. That is my point. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's over to you, Pastor Patient Blade.
Thank you. Do we have callers from Ablije?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you live. Go ahead.
Okay. I just want to take this time to appreciate the team there, most especially those of you that are trying to come up with the revision on the Constitution.
Okay.
My point has to do with they tell you when we're trying to review the Constitution. Also, I wanted to look at the tenure of those lawmakers. The issue that I had to do with tenure of those lawmakers is actually killing us. Looking at one man every 9 years, they see an equal price. Every 9, sometimes we stand as a citizen. We are the electorate. We stand out to benefit anything. So also, I want to recommend to the Constitutional Review Committee that you're trying to set up, so that you can look in that direction, so that the tenure can be reduced. At least 4 years or maybe 3 years can be okay. It will also help to make some of our lawmakers serious, because the number of years when it reduce, they will know that they have no time in their favor.
That's right. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.
Any other caller before we round up? Okay. We'll start with Mr. Carnival. Are you back on the line? Okay. If not, we'll start with Mr. Wolokoli, your closing comments.
We have a call from Maryland.
Okay. Just hold your thought, Mr. Wolokoli. Maryland.
Yeah, go ahead, caller.
Thank you. Good evening, Moses, and good evening to the panelists. This is
Thank you. Yeah.
Go ahead, Moses.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Mr. To. It's over to Pastor Patient Blade. She's the host of the show. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. Thank you to the panelists, and I really listen to most of the experts, most of their output concerning the Constitution need to be reviewed, concerning how the government structure is looking at. So, my point I have is that the best thing I think we could do, like those of you who are in the diaspora, is to help us empower the citizens. What we are observing is that if the Liberians have opportunity to live here and go to other countries, so look back in the country to invest, you will not see it from our Liberian brothers and sisters. So at the end of the day, we will bring all the blame on the government. That's why we are talking today. If we go in other developed countries, the private sector, that's what people involved in and employ other people. But we are not doing it. When we Liberians have opportunity to go out of the country, the only time you see a Liberian coming back is to contest. The only time you see a Liberian coming back in the country is to contest. I mean, invest. It is for your investment. We are talking, we will be able to petition you. But we want to take all the blame and put it on the government. I
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, Master, please. Okay, thank you so much. I think we're going to line. We are closing. Yeah, it's over to you, Pastor Patiently.
Any other caller?
We're going to line for the sake of time.
Okay. Mr. Wolokoli, are you there? Your closing comments, please.
Yes, thank you, Pastor Patient. Thank you to the audience. Coming to the other panelists, Mr. Jones and Mr. Solomon. Appreciate everybody. To the radio land, everybody listening on online and on the radio, on Liberty and in Maryland. I would say again, I'm gonna be a broken record. In order for us to change, to take power away from the presidency, we need to be a federal state instead of a unitary state. I think 2023, when I was competing for the presidency, I was the only person that was advocating for taking power away for a job that I was competing for. And I still stand by that. And I believe that each county, when given the opportunity to be a state of their own, they will rise up to the occasion, and that's when Liberia shall rise. So, and I currently have a petition out there to help with the process. Make all mayors and superintendent to be an elected position instead of the appointed position that it is. So please, if you want to sign a petition, reach out to me. I will send you the link for you to sign a petition. In order for Liberia to rise, to be better, we need to be a federal state.
Thank you. Mr. Jones?
All right. Thank you very much, my people. It's a good conversation. I want to thank all the panelists. And I will close with this. I too, when I was trying to contest for the presidency, my only reason was to limit the power of the presidency because I thought that was the problem. I would like to close and take in consideration the last caller because I think he makes a very valid point that most of the times is not brought up in our national conversation. It is true that most Liberians go to Liberia just for office. They don't carry businesses there. They don't want to do anything else besides go in power to get the 15 or 10,000 and the cars and the other kind of thing. But they're also true that many Liberians here do not care about politics in Liberia. Many Liberians build their homes there. They support families. They do charity. In fact, the whole entire Liberian government budget is supported, plus some, by the money that people in America and other places send to the country, to Liberia. So the only thing I can say is, look, we all are one. Whether you live in America, you live in China, you live in thing, let's stop this. You own our side, you own this side. We are one country. The same rights that you have, the same right I have. Whether I choose to live in Ivory Coast, I'm still a Liberian. My passport, just like your passport. If I go somewhere in another country, they say all the Liberians come on one side. They will not pick and choose and say, oh, the other Liberians were in Liberia, the other Liberians were in America. So I agree that we need to change. I'm happy that the people, and we're speaking directly to the people, because if we're depending on the government or any government legislator to change the law, then we'll be waiting for another 200 years. So we have to write our new amendment or reform, and we have to get with the people. Once the people support it, that means that what the people want, and as it says in the Constitution, the government is formed for the people, by the people, not for the legislator or for the president. So thank you very much, and I hope you all will be able to be a part of this process as we try to make Liberia better. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. We lost Solomon, but we want to say thank you all there to our callers and our viewers. This program is all about constitutional reform. Why is it important, or why is it urgent for constitutional reform? Since 1847, what has Liberia done, or what you hope to see that you are not seeing right now, that you think there should be a change in the Constitution that should hold people or hold leaders accountable so that change can take place? We are looking at different provisions in the Constitution, and hopefully we want you to be educated as well. This program is all about bringing the information, bringing knowledge to the people as it concerns their constitution, and so they themselves can bring the change that they need. We want to say thank you for joining us, and I want to say thank you to all our panelists and our anglers in Radio Land. We want to say thank you so much. We also want to say sorry for every distraction and all that. As we proceed, we'll get better and better. Thank you, and we look forward to having you with us on Thursday on the round table. With that, I want to say God bless you and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Please don't forget, join us again, make it a date with the round table, and let's discuss your constitution. Liberia must do great, and Liberia can be great and greater. God bless you, and we'll talk again on the round table. Thank you so much.